The most common mistake I see in English essays is not answering the prompt. So yes, it's probably been overstated, but this error comes up time and time again in the examiner's report. And this is because an essay that doesn't answer a topic at all is unlikely to even pass, and that's regardless of how good the actual writing is. But answering a prompt doesn't have to be difficult. In fact, it's just having a couple of key sentences and phrases that completely transform an essay. So let's go through where and how to answer the essay prompt. Now, I'm going to go through this example topic for this made-up text. That way, regardless of what book you're doing, you should be able to follow along. So the topic is, in this made-up book, the author argues that loyalty is more important than wisdom. Discuss. Okay, so first we want to look at the keywords. In this case, it's loyalty and wisdom. And basically the question is asking us for the connection between these two. So which one is more important? Now, the first way to answer a prompt is what I call explicit links to the topic. And this is where we use keywords directly from the prompt to answer the question head on. For example, in our contention, which is in our intro somewhere, we might say, through the broken relationships between the characters in the book, again, this is just made up, the author ultimately suggests that loyalty is a more essential quality than wisdom. So you can see that I've just reworded the prompt and revealed my point of view. So my tip here is to be as straightforward as possible. Try not to waffle and just answer the topic as clearly as possible. And honestly, if you do this already, then you can already stand out. And then throughout your piece, you can reuse the keywords, so loyalty or wisdom. And you can also come up with synonyms, of course. So for example, faithfulness for loyalty and knowledgeable for wisdom. And yes, it might get a bit repetitive, but just know that repetition is 100 times better than not answering the prompt at all. And another way to help you reduce repetition is through the second way to link to your topic. And this is what I call implicit links to the topic. Here, it's not so much that the words are similar to the topic, but rather the ideas we explore are related to the topic. For example, in your paragraph somewhere, you might say, the novel highlights the inability of characters to trust each other, despite them all having university-level education. So trust here is referring to loyalty in a sense, and university education refers to wisdom or knowledge. So you can see that I haven't used the keywords or synonyms necessarily, but this idea is related to the topic because you can clearly see that loyalty here is more important than wisdom. And just to give another example, the author describes the pain of betrayal as having a much greater burden than not achieving your desired grade. So betrayal here is the opposite of loyalty. And so we can implicitly or indirectly see why loyalty is so important to the author, because without any loyalty, it's much worse, the consequences, than what mark you get for a test. And then just to give you one final example, the writer demonstrates that sometimes there is value in establishing relationships with people that seemingly know less than you. So again, this is talking about the value of having a loyal relationship with people even if they might have less wisdom or knowledge than you. And so all these examples here that you see are implicitly saying that loyalty is more important than wisdom. And this is done without us actually having to use the words loyal and wisdom. Okay, so from these two ways to link to the topic, hopefully you can see how we can do so throughout our entire essay. So next time, whether you write an introduction, topic sentence, or analyze a quote, remember that you must either explicitly or implicitly link to the topic. So that is the video. Hope you found that helpful because I have personally lost a lot of marks for not answering the topic. So hopefully this avoids some similar mistakes that I did. And that is all for this video, and take care.